What's up, YouTube? This video is going to be interesting. I think you're going to like it. It's going to show you how to make your own wax mesh. Wax mesh has been getting pretty popular in lacrosse recently, and with products such as Wax, Ninja Mesh, East Coast Mesh, and Ginger Mesh coming out, people have been really interested in those. That stuff's a little bit more expensive than your regular standard mesh. So I'm going to show you how to make your own coating and customize it for your likes, and maybe even save some money while you're at it. Stuff you're going to need is a piece of wax, obviously. Get about 4 ounces, I would say. This is my own special blend of wax, so you'll have to try stuff that you like and find what works for you. You're going to need that. You're going to need a piece of soft mesh, some parchment paper, a small pot that you're not going to use again, and a medium pot filled about halfway with water. First thing you're going to do is, make sure you don't use this pot again because the wax doesn't come out after it's melted in there. Excuse me. First thing you're going to do is take your wax piece, put it in there in the small pot, and then take the small pot and put it in the larger pot that's filled with water. This creates a double boiler so it can melt the wax without burning the wax. You're going to take this whole little apparatus and move it over to your stove, where you will boil the water and melt the wax. So after that, you're going to take your parchment paper and cut off a little piece that you can set up as a drying station. What that's going to use is you're going to take your mesh and put it on there after it's done, so that the little wax can dry on there instead of on your counters, making your parents mad. So first thing you're going to want to do is, melt your wax. Make sure that there's no little floaty things in there. I don't see any. Make sure it's completely melted. You want it completely liquid. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your mesh piece. This is going to be hard to show you since I only have one free hand. But you're going to take it in between your two hands. I'm going to show you, try like this. You're going to take it like that, and then you're going to go back and forth inside of the wax. So I'm going to show you using one hand, but make sure you're doing two hands like this. You're going to start with one end in there, and then drag the mesh piece. Sorry, I messed up. You're going to drag the whole mesh piece through the wax like that. There, got it. You're going to go like that. Make sure you're covering every piece of the mesh. It should be about completely covered. It should be dripping. Right now you're going to check for little pieces that aren't covered in wax. There's a little piece right there. And then you're going to go back and coat it again. So after the entire thing is completely coated in wax, you're going to put it on your piece of parchment paper to dry. Make sure it's not folded over like that, because as it dries it stays in that shape for a long time. So you're going to let it dry, and then after it dries you're going to end up like that. Oh, that's the Canadian mesh. You're going to end up something like this, which is a completely coated wax piece. This stuff's pretty good. I use it on my Mavic Vision I showed you in the last one. Here it is, in case you didn't see. Oops. Whatever, it got flattened because it was on the ground. But there you go, it's pretty good stuff. I like it. So there you go, there's your wax piece. If you feel like you've coated it too much, here's a good example. If you have too much stuff on there and you can see it's sort of flaking off, what I like to do is I take a hair dryer and then remelt the wax that's on there, and then try and dab a little bit off with a paper towel, and then that makes it nice and evenly coated. So there you go. There is how to make your own wax mesh. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, do whatever you want. Alright, goodbye.